out, back to where it's supposed to go, when I'm dragging the pin marker, it'll actually show where that shows up, and right there at the entrance. Now, if you look at the left-hand panel, you can also edit various data about the actual location, such as the name. Here you can also add more names if there's any other names, such as a local, official, obscure name, that sort of thing. This is something that you can use with libraries, colleges, schools, dormitories, anything that has multiple different names associated. But if we go down to the attributes, we know that this is not accurate whatsoever. It is not a tattoo shop. Currently, there are tons of categories, over a couple thousand categories that you can add for a point of interest or shape, and that list is increasing and improving, and hopefully eventually there will be a way to actually enter in your own category. But for now, choose whatever is generally best from the options, such as boutique, which is not actually there, or for shop, brings up various other aspects and options. And let's just say, wow, lots of different options. Let's just say that it's a gift shop. There. From here, you also want to take out the tattooing, since it does not actually allow you to tattoo, but it has candles, it also has jewelry, and not this one. Alright, jewelry. It also has essential oils, various things you can just add. You can also add the working hours. If you ever have a question about how to enter that data, there's a very helpful little question mark right here, which tells you specifically the best way to enter it in. If that place is closed or removed, you can also update that. You can also update what type of payment types it accepts. This place definitely accepts MasterCard, Visa, cash, various things that you can actually add in here. Another cool thing that you can do is if you actually have a photo URL of the establishment or yourself at the establishment and it's uploaded to the internet, you can actually add the URL here and it'll show up as a layer in Google Maps. Also room for the website, email, phone number, fax machine, all this different information. Now whenever you're editing this type of information, you always want to give the reason for editing. In this case, it's correcting poor data. The other options which are available are fixing spam, adding detail, or other. Now, you can already see that this has been edited a little bit. Various approval changes, various denied changes, and the comments that you can actually add when you're providing your edits will help the editor or reviewer know how you know this information. So, for example, I go to this shop a lot. I bought my mom a gift there. Just by typing in that sentence, I've already given myself a little bit more clout. Now, since this is just a demo, I'm not really going to save this currently. I'm going to cancel it out after I show you one more thing, just so that I'm not messing with the map currently. Now, here it also gives you the option to add a shape. From this point of interest, you can actually add the building outline or mark the boundary of the establishment. Now, when you're marking a building outline, you can either do that by selecting on an already existing point of interest, or if there isn't a point of interest available, you can go back to the Draw the Shape option. I'm going to show you that in a second, but for right now, let's just show you how to mark out this building outline. Actually, let's not show this building because you can't really see the outline that well. I'd rather show you on something that's a little bit easier to see. But from here, if you click on Mark Building Outline, it'll allow you to draw the shape around the actual building. For example, like here. Whenever you're building a shape around a building, you always want to go with the building's footprint, which again here is relatively hard to see. So I'm going to show you something that's a little bit easier. Now, in San Francisco, you know, if anybody who's been there, it's a little bit clustered, but right over here, we have a nice big building. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to see if there's anything here already that's listed. And this is a UC Extension Center. Let's take a look at the map. So you already see right here that on the map, this building and this building are not only there, but they're also part of SketchUp, which is a 3D modeling, which is a different aspect of the Google Geo service. On the satellite, we see that this parking structure isn't there. And these buildings are already there as well. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to draw out the parking lot. From here, I'm clicking on the Add a Shape, selecting a parking lot from the actual drop-down category menu, and drawing the parking lot. Parking lots are very helpful for any type of driving directions because it will instantly pop up if somebody does a search in that area for parking. If anybody's ever been driving around a city and looking for parking, you can know how helpful that can be. So when you're drawing a parking lot, you always want to extend this out to the center of the street because that, again, helps out with the driving direction. When you're adding a shape, you're basically drawing a polygon and giving the different points for the different vertices of the actual polygon. So you can see here that now I have this parking lot selected and highlighted. Now, if I knew the name of the parking lot, I could add it. I'm just going to say UC Extension Parking Lot. You can also add, if it's a different type of category, how accurate that is, popularity, any additional categories, same type of thing that you can actually add in what I showed you how to add information or a shape to a point of interest. And when I actually save this, this will go pending, and if it's is approved with the review, will show up live on Maps. Now again, I'm going to cancel out here. Let's say that let's just say that this building isn't already mapped. I know it is, just because this is San Francisco. Now, if I wanted to add a shape to this, even if I'm not sure what the building is, I can just add building. A lot of people have done this in various communities where the information isn't necessarily there yet, but allows people of base to actually add that information later. Now again, when you're drawing a building, you want to draw it at the footprint. Back here, so that when it comes up on Google Maps, it actually shows correctly. Now, what's interesting about between the difference of adding a building and just adding a shape such as a parking lot is that it allows you some other information. This information right here is vital. This information will help with any type of emergency respondence, any type of city planning. It's just very, very useful information to have. You can add in how high it is, how many floors it has, what year of construction it was, what type of material it is, like concrete, mud, stone, steel, wood, even the carpet area. This information for any type of emergency responders is pretty much crucial. If they know that it's a relatively old building, it might not have updated water sprinkler systems. If it's a very tall building, they'll know that they have to bring ladders. Again, same with height. And again, if I saved this, right now it would actually pop up a question of whether or not this is a duplicate. I'm going to do that just to show you. So right here it shows a duplicate options. Now, obviously this is already a duplicate as we saw on the map, so I would just click here and then would just X out those edits. But again, since this is a webinar, I'm just going to cancel out. So I've already showed you how to select a point and add those and change the information on there, how to add a shape. Let's go back a little bit and show just how to specifically add a point. Now let's say that this was a Safeway and it wasn't actually marked. I could add a point here with shopping center, or probably better would be grocery store. Okay, let's just go with shopping center. And whenever I'm adding a point, I want to add it directly at the entrance, which looks like it's about here or here. So for now, I'm just going to add it here. Again, you have the information to add in the left-hand panel, such as the name, categories, all of that information. But that's how easy it is just to add another aspect, point of interest to the map. From here, I'm going to show you about paths and roads. Now, all these paths and roads are already available and shown on the map. You can see Church Street, Market Street, various railways, various pathways for walking. Now, let's say that I wanted to change this pathway right here. Because right now it shows that it's actually available for, I'm not sure, let's check it out. So if I click on Select Road segment, it'll bring up this aspect on the left-hand panel. Click on the segment to select or deselect for editing. So this is listed as Reservoir Street. Let's check out the attributes of that actual road. But from here, when you go to next, it will allow you to edit the road attributes, edit the road name, convert it to a trail or a road. Currently, this is listed as a terminal road, paved as asphalt, in good condition and completed, which seems accurate. But let's say that this was just a dirt path. I could actually change this if I went back to this section here, convert it to a trail, and it would actually allow it to say that this is a paved, unpaved, gravel, various surface types. Now from here you can also add whether or not it's started, completed, planned, or other. From here you can also say if it's in good or bad condition, how popular it is, and what type of access it's used for, such as if bicycles and pedestrians are allowed, pedestrians only, bicycles only, or if bicycles should avoid it, or if it's actually preferred route. Now, getting a little bit more towards bicycles, if you look at any type of road, you can actually select it. Let's that real quick. You can actually select it and change the attributes for if it's good for bikes or not. Now, in regards to this, the default for any road that's that's laid out is unknown for bicycle access. If you change that to allow, if you actually look at the satellite image here on Divisadero, we can actually see that there is actually a bike path right there on the road, on the side, a little bike lane. So you can change that to allowed on-street bike lane. The other options here available are allowed no bike lane, closed to bicycles, or again, the on-street bike lane. You can say preferred avoid, and with pedestrian access, you can also see right here that there is a sidewalk as well. So from here, we can change that to sidewalk. Now, by saving this, something else I almost forgot to mention is that when you're selecting this, it has point A to point B. Right here in the left-hand panel, it shows you the different options from point A to point B, or from point B to point A. So going this way versus going the other way, which if anybody's driven around a busy neighborhood such as New Delhi, San Francisco, Boston, that changes depending on where you are. And again, you can add that, and once this is saved and approved, these updates will go directly to Google Maps and the walking directions and biking directions. So if you, for instance, have looked up biking directions for a bicycle pathway and found that those weren't very accurate, you can actually go down to the maps themselves and change that so that you can insert your own preferred bike path. Sorry about the pause. Basically, that's how you can edit a pathway. But let's show how you actually draw a